Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I am asked to speak on Ramayana. Now, who is in our country who doesn't know about Ramayana? So, as regards the Rama Katha is concerned, none of us is short of the information. Then what to talk on Ramayana? See, in Bhagavad Gita there are 18 chapters and each chapter concludes Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre. Yoga Shastra. Yoga means the means. Like we came to the temple Kar Yogena. By means of car we came. Then we came up to the shoe rack by shoe Yogena. See? Then after that work is over, we left it. Then we came inside ego Yogena. See? So, yoga is a means. So, the story of Bhagavan Rama that we have, it is the information. That information has to be converted into conviction through interaction. And once we are convinced, there are no difficulties. Many of us have got this problem. Swamiji, we want to sit for meditation, but whenever I sit for meditation, too many dirty thoughts come in the mind. What should I do? Don't do meditation. No, but my Guru told do meditation, then do meditation. But then too many thoughts come, then don't do meditation. We only know how to complain. See, friends. So don't complain. And then inquire. All the problems are born because of incomplete thinking. If our thinking is correct, problems are not required to be solved. They are dissolved. See? There are no problems. Like, we are all convinced that money is important. See? And therefore, we do not have this issue that, hey, our money earning is very difficult, therefore I am not going to earn money. No. Because we are convinced money is important. Therefore we earn the money above the table, below the table, around the table, behind the table. No problem. Because we have value for the money. Exactly the same way. If we have value for human life, see friends, stones and bricks, no life. Plants, they eat from below, grow above. Animals eat from the front, grow backward. Human beings eat from above, grow downwards. What next? So as regard the body structure is concerned, we have evolved up to the limit. So after having born as a human being, the physical body evolution is complete. So hereafter, the only evolution that is pending is the spiritual evolution. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maiturancha, Samanya Etat Pashubhi Nrinam. Eating, sleeping, sense of insecurity, and Maithunam, procreation. This is common between human beings and animals. If this is all what we have done in our life, God will correct his mistake. Then it was my mistake, I gave you the human body, go back to the pig and continue. See friends, Unless we are aware of this, we will not have commitment to this. And for that, we all have to start working on our mind. See, friends, the day we start working on our mind, understand, we are reborn. Madhubala ji, बैठिए. So, we are all working by the body, working on the body. See, you work by the body and earn money. You work on the body, go in the morning, running to reach nowhere and come back again. Why you are working on the body? Because body has to be kept healthy. That we understand. But a mind also has to be kept healthy. See? That we don't get into it. Organic food, organic water, organic salt, organic medicines. See? Everything organic. But when it comes to mind, what we have taken care to work on our mind. So friends, like for the healthy body, good food is necessary, exercise is necessary, so that the body's quality is maintained. In the same manner, what is the food that is given to the mind? See? Late night crime shows. And then we go to sleep. Do you think after seeing those terrible, dirty things in your dream, Bhagavan Krishna will come? Even if he comes, he will come with a gun. Because what kind of food we are giving to the mind? We have to consciously understand that the food for the mind is the thoughts that we provide. See? If you see all your children's games, in those games, what is the main theme? Take the something to shoot. They can't think about anything else. That is what is provided. There we have to again and again recognize this value, that as are our thoughts, so is the quality of our life. See? Therefore, we have to first principle, if we really want to help ourselves, start working on our own mind. Number one. Number two, we are expert in complaining about everything, including God. Oh God, why did you create such a terrible world? Just to trouble you. See, friends, it is the same world where great masters were born. They lived. Vivekananda did not live on a different time scale. During the time of Vivekananda, it used to be 20 hours a day and 15 days a week and 90 days a month. No, the same time scale. But see the output. See, friends, therefore, it is extremely necessary that we have to work on the mind. This is the first topic. Now, second topic. Stop complaining. In our Mahamantra, which I chanted, that is, I call it as a happy mantra mala. See? Live at zero complaint level. No complaints. Why we complain? Because we have no value. If you have value, you will not complain. See, friends. Therefore, no complaints. But what we do? We complain. And what is the complaint? If nobody is available, then we complain about our own mind. And we start getting frustrated. And then we start taking drinks and drugs and the mind is stunned for some time. Friends, be very attentive. Thoughts do not trouble us. Then what troubles us? It is the flow of thoughts that troubles us. Recognize this. Like, take anything. I had to get my daughter married. See, 6 of them got married, but 7th one is so dumb, She could not hook any stupid fellow. Now I have to work here and there. Constantly the thoughts only about that useless girl going on. So wherever he will go, only that theme. If he has gone to a condolence meeting, there also he will ask, "Koi hai kya?" We get carried away by the finite theme. When the theme is finite, a thought breeding process begins. This example I have given you a number of times. Very simple. I get up early morning and I want a cup of tea. So therefore I told Geeta, we have to go and buy one kettle so that I don't have to disturb them. So we went and bought a kettle. Because I want a cup of tea. Cup of tea is a finite object. Where it is available? Why don't they keep like this? They should keep this thing. I am not asking. I am a very less expensive Swami. Only black tea, no sugar, no milk, no expenditure. But even then, they don't keep like this. Why they do it? Why? Because the theme is finite. See, whenever the theme is finite, thought breeding will begin. We have to arrest this thought breeding. Then what is to be done? We have to start becoming aware of how the thought flow carries us away. Like you all must have gone sometime or the other to Ganges or any river. We take bath there very comfortably. Varanasi I go. So we take bath nicely, fresh, come out, no problem. But when the Ganges are in floods, then you are not carried away by the water. You are carried away by the flow of water. Exactly the same thing. Thoughts are no problem. See? But do not allow the thought flow to be formed. See? Now this is what today I will like to emphasize and explain in detail. Then we are working on our mind. This KG1, KG2, Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara, Swadhyayanma Pramadaha, Acharyaya Priyam Dharma Vrutya Prajatantum. This is okay. Matrudevo Bhava Pitrudevo. ठीक है, is very good. How long? What next? Now start working on your mind. See. So the first important point is we have to arrest the thought flow. And the thought flow happens because of the finite theme. So take the infinite theme. What is the infinite theme? Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. This thought is complete in itself. I want a cup of tea, where it will be available. Why don't they keep? Is it not a common sense that at least a cup of tea should be offered when somebody comes? One after another thought. But if you take Lord's name, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, complete. But our way of taking Lord's name is like it is our duty. Like many people do Gayatri Japa or Ram Nam. Om Rupa Sata Sitruvana Magadhiri, Om Rupa Sata Sitruvana, Om Rupa Sata Sitruvana, Om Rupa Sata Sitruvana, Om Rupa Sata Sitruvana. And ultimately it becomes so fast that it becomes only the SMS language. See? Om Burbur, Om Burbur, Om Burbur, Om Burbur, Om Burbur. We are not in a hurry. We are not answering to anybody. I'll tell you one of my experience. We were in the Mahakumbha Mela in Prayag, maybe 1917 or before that. And I was staying with Gita Press arrangements. And there was one great old Mahatma, rather a retired professor of Sanskrit Vidyapith. And he used to conduct satsang. He was master in Sanskrit and Bhagavad Mahapuran. So he used to talk, we used to listen to him. And he asked me, "What do you do?" I said, "I do nothing." "You don't chant Lord's name?" I said, I am not having any rule. Sometimes I chant. "How many times?" I said, "That depends on his luck, not my luck." "No, you should chant. Show me how you chant." So I took the mala and chanted, "Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram." He shook me. "Aage bhi kaho. This is not jap chanting. You have to complete the mala. Ram 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 Ram." I said, "Look here. You are elder than me. I am not arguing, but I am just telling what is my understanding. When you take Ayurvedic medicine, how do you take it? Do you take that terribly bitter medicine with a taste, maja hai? We just gulp it and thereafter eat rasgulla, something sweet, because mouth is spoiled completely. But if we eat chocolate, we open the chocolate from the covering, put it in the mouth and take a glass of water. No, it goes right in the parking lot and remains there for half an hour, 45 minutes. And Bhagwan's naam is taken like this. See, we are not in a hurry. See, speech is gross mind, and when the speech starts becoming subtle, it ends up in the mind, and the mind is nothing but Chetana or the life, and life is nothing but expression of the Chaitanya. So this Japa sadhana, what is told in our scriptures, is meant for this journey from the manifest to the unmanifest, from the virtual to the actual, from the effect to the cause. This is the journey. And this journey is done by the mantra sadhana. See? And therefore, in addition to knowing the glory of Bhagavan Rama, now we have got sufficient data to receive Bhagavan Ram as the ultimate of our life. No doubt about it. So now we have to reach, discover him. Who is he, where is he, what is he, how is he? This world comes into existence when we are at the Vaikhari level. Vaikhari means that speech where the word and the object indicating the word, they are separate. Like this is the Bluetooth. The Bluetooth is an object. This object doesn't know its name is Bluetooth. The word Bluetooth is in my mind. See? So when I tell somebody, "Oh, go and get my Bluetooth from my table," and if he doesn't know, he will go, he says, "Nothing, there was nothing blue there," because he doesn't know the meaning. So what is the Vaikhari Vani? Vaikhari Vani is that speech wherein the word and the object indicated by the word, they are separate from each other. This is our waking experience. Now we are all living at this level. And when we are living at this level, our life is only living for the body, by the body, on everybody. Whole life is only body, body, body. And when we start living as the body, what is the destination that we want to reach? Only two. How many possessions I have and how many relations I have. Just try this for 1 minute. Do not refer to any of your possessions and do not refer to any of your relations. And now think. You cannot think. Mind requires a reference point to think. And what is the reference point for us? The body. An expression of the body is the Vaikari Vani. See, what will be the first step by which we come back to our own self? Our Mahamantra. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. How much we talk unnecessarily. Talk, like a poultry farm. See? Therefore, the first step to come back to our own divine self is this. Before we talk to anybody, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? I give you guarantee, your mind will say no need to tell. And when we talk to others, we talk either about our past or somebody else's past. And past is gone. And we start living in the past. And more the burden of the past, stronger is the ego. See? Small kids, 4 years, 3 years, 5 years, their past is hardly anything. One moment they are angry, next moment they forget about everything. And again, because no ego. Only like me. I remember, when that time you have said this thing to me, I will now show you. See? Therefore, one of the most important spiritual practice is control your tongue. First, before we talk to anybody on any topic, is it necessary to talk? And then decide. Second thing, when we thus do, how to practice this in life, I tell you how I practice. When I travel, so when people look at us with this attire, they remember all questions. I am a questionable personality. Otherwise they are normal. Swamiji, pushna hai. Then to protect myself from this kind of people, I take out the mala from my pocket. Like the terrorists take out the gun, I take out the mala. And I tell, my guru told me, whenever you are traveling, chant Lord's name, don't talk. So I am sorry, I cannot talk my guru's agya, and therefore I will be chanting. I may not be chanting, but at least I am protected. Because what is that? Swamiji, aap kahan ke hain? Swamiji, where were you born? And first, why were you born? And was it okay? Is it necessary? See, friends. Therefore, first step to conquer the mind is this. Don't talk about your past. Don't ask anybody about their past. Even if you talk, forget. Don't store it. See? You have to delete immediately. Make some arrangement. After you read the message, delete. You don't have to even remember to delete that. Okay. For this, the great masters have told us, chant the Lord's name slowly, and as I am talking, Vaikari Vani, with that Vaikari Vani. Not in a hurry. So be attentive, I am just demonstrating. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. We have chanted 3 times. Now be attentive. Why it is 3? Because in between the two Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, there was a silence. Unless you are aware of the silence, you cannot count the 3, is it not? But are we ever aware of the silence? Words are finite. Sri Ram, Sri Ram, they are finite. The silence separating them is infinite. Now in chanting the Lord's name, increase, widen the gap between 2 mantras. There is no hurry. It is not how many times we chant, but how much time we are with Him. That is important. Therefore, Sri Ram, Sri Ram, by practice you can widen the gap between 2 mantra chantings. And for this, you cannot remain mechanical. When you are chanting with your mala in the hand, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, 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 देखो को रहा है Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram. Friends, anything we do mechanically, we lose the charm in life. Anything you do mechanically. See? Like this is my experience. I go to so many houses for taking food. That is the only purpose of my moving around. If I can live without food and water, I will not go anywhere. Papi पेट के लिए करना पड़ता. So, the husband, they normally make a statement, although it is a lie, but I have to tell. And for removing these sins of speaking lies, I chant Lord's name. What lies I have to speak? I have to tell the food is good. In fact, it is not. But I have to tell. See? Then to atone myself, I chant Lord's name. So I say, Annadata Sukhi Bhava. So husband says, I wish I get such lovely food every day. Then I say, why you don't get? No, Swamiji. When you come, the food is so lovely, tasty. Otherwise it is not. Otherwise what it is? FFF, fresh from fridge. It is taken out of the fridge, it goes into microwave, comes out as a pindadan and given to you. But why this happens? I said, because When Amma is cooking for me, she is doing it cheerfully, happily, and not a mechanical way of doing. Very important. Anything you do mechanically, the charm of your life goes away. Other day, somebody sent me one message. Swamiji, these days I have lost interest in chanting the Lord's name, going to the temple, and don't like to talk to anybody, and I just want to sit by myself. Am I going on the right track? I said, you are going on the right track, but the wrong way. What it is? I said, you are heading towards depression. Depression is withdrawal from the world. Dispassion is also withdrawal from the world. See, when you are depressed, you don't feel like doing anything. Now, why this happens? Because you have done all the chanting, mantra, puja mechanically. Don't do it mechanically. Raso vaisaha rasagam evayam ladvanandi bhavati. Upanishad says, Bhagwan's name when you take, you get a joy. It is not a mechanical punishment. And it can come only by this technique that I am telling you. Widen the gap slowly and steadily. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Now be attentive. Chanting is the karma. Organ of speech is the karmendriya. And listening is jnanendriya, organ of knowledge. Now be very attentive. You chant and you listen. See? Like you can do it in your mind right now. You chant in your mind slowly as I demonstrated, and you listen. Do it for next 1 minute. Stop. Now listen. When we do anything as an action, after some time it becomes default settings. You don't require your mind to be involved. It becomes mechanical. See? Like the cars where you have to change the gear. So initially our driver Guru has to teach us, see the car is coughing, change the gear. Oh, I'll change the gear. We don't know. Sometimes whether higher gear, lower gear, we have to be told every time. Once we are clear about it, thereafter we speak, we drink, we talk, we shout, and automatically going on. Therefore, actions do not involve yourself in your anything that you do. Life becomes mechanical. Mechanical life is a burden that we carry on our head. See, friends. This example also I have given in some of my talks. In one place, I went to see a big, huge factory. They were manufacturing the files which are used for smoothing the steel. About 300-400 lathe machines, and each machine with one man. So when they showed me huge thing, I said, may I talk to one of them? Yes, Swami, you can talk. So to one maybe 55 years man. I said, hey, if I talk to you, will it disturb you? He said, no. Nobody talks to us. Good, you have come. See each and every word. I said, since how many days you are doing it? Days. I am doing it for last 25 years. Oh God. What? Only this thing. On the conveyor belt, it thing comes, I give one hit. So I am talking to you, it doesn't disturb me. I can talk to you and do the work. I said, when you are doing it mechanically for so many years, are you not bored of it? He said, whether I am bored or not bored, do I have a choice? I have to look after my children, wife and everybody. I have to do it. But in this boredom, how do you live? He was so sincere. He said, you are a Maharaj, I will not tell you lies. After I go from here, I take a desi booze. Because whole day I was bored. See, mechanically you do anything. You lose the charm of life. After that was over, I said, okay, very good. Thank you for talking to me. And I went. Then the owner of the factory told me, Swamiji, it's good he told himself to you. I want you to address these laborers and tell them, stop drinking. I said, hey, if I am one of them, I will also start drinking. Do you know what is their life? Mechanical? Are we here to live mechanically? They say, tamaku same chuna ragro khate jao. There is something more in life. Life must express happiness. And that can happen only if you are in tune with the happiness. And for that, important thing is, life should not be mechanical. See, friends, therefore, when you are chanting the Lord's name, listen also and chant also. Do it sincerely. Mechanically, it will ruin everything. Now, one step further. When understanding is perfect, life becomes easy. Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi writes, Chitta Vayavaha Chit Kriyayuta Shakhayor Dvai Shakti Mulaka. Consciousness expresses as mind and prana. Prana is Kriya Shakti and mind is Jnana Shakti. When our knowledge, Jnana Shakti, is not in tune with the Kriya Shakti, what will happen? You have to understand this. Now look at these two fingers. They have come from one palm. When two lines are drawn from the same point, they cannot be parallel. There will be some angle. And when we go away from the center, where the point of origin, what will happen? The distance between the two lines will increase. Now, understand subjectively. Knowledge is early to bed and early to rise is the way to be healthy, wealthy and wise. Action. Late to bed and late to rise is the way to be unhealthy and otherwise. Net result is lack of self-confidence. I don't think I can do that. Because we have not respected our own mind, our own knowledge in our own life. How can others will respect? See, when the saints and sages tell something, the children listen. But when we tell to our children, they don't listen. What is the reason? Because our words do not carry any meaning. Words without meaning is noise. See, friends. And why this happens? Because we have not respected our own knowledge in our action. What a difference it will make, friends. And to come to this point, this is the technique. chant slowly. We don't have to give report to anybody. See, don't eat the head of Bhagwan Ram constantly. Ram, 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 Ram. Like this, those hummingbirds. No. Slowly, tastefully. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. When this you will do for a longer period of time, be attentive. Our Vaikhari Vani becomes purified and Vaikhari Vani becomes mature. When the fruit becomes mature, ripened, it is detached from the main tree without efforts. In the same manner, when our Vaikhari Vani becomes mature and ripened and purified, it is dropping, it is going inside. Then the same Vaikhari Vani is now called as the Madhyama Vani. In Madhyama Vani, it is not Parashruti Gochara. Others cannot hear. We talk to ourselves. See? And many of us suffer because of this problem. What is the problem? Problem is, we keep on talking to ourselves non-stop. You watch, if somebody is all alone on the airport or anywhere, see, he is talking to himself. What is going on? Constantly talking to himself. See? Be attentive. Try to think without using a single word. Can you think? Therefore, thoughts are unmanifest speech, and speech is manifest mind. Recognize this. Therefore, when we stop talking to others unnecessarily, we have made our journey Godwards. And when we keep on blah 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 in this world, our journey is dogward. See? So when we come to our Madhyama Vani, then you will remain alone without becoming lonely. We constantly want some support. We are afraid of ourselves. See? Because this Madhyama Vani, he is overpowering us. And such people label themselves as, no, I am little sentimental. Sentimental means the precursor of being mental. Sentimental person talks to himself or herself and others don't hear. Mental person also talks to himself or herself and others also hear. The only difference. Both of them are only at that mental level. Give it a try. Again, another experiment. Do it for 1 minute. Do not talk to yourself. Now see the effect of this simple technique. Did I tell you don't talk among yourself? I didn't tell you don't talk among yourself. I told you don't talk to yourself. When you don't talk to yourself, you don't want to talk to others also. So what is happening? Ice is melting into the waters. Speech is ice. Mind is water. This has to be continued. You will remain at home, at peace. See, friends, now when the thought flow carries us away, we go away from ourselves. And therefore, we have to arrest this thought flow. Like when you drive your car, if your car goes beyond the line, immediately there is a serrated markings and comes. So you, oh God, I'm going out, come normal. Exactly the same way. When we are getting carried away by the thought flow, start the speed breakers. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Make one mala. Your flow of thought will be arrested. These are all the techniques we have to work on ourselves. Don't go ask anybody anything. See? By the practice alone you discover new things. In a yogena yogasya pantha, by the yoga only you can go ahead. The only example I can give, the best example is a child. When a child learns walking, he never goes to his mother and asks, Mummy, when you were a child, how did you start walking? Can you please tell me? No. He has got his own techniques. First of all, he is observing around. Oh, everybody is moving with the legs. Okay, let me try. He is on the back and starts moving the legs. Oh, I am not moving. Something wrong somewhere. Then he turns. Then comes on the stomach. Like a reptile, he starts moving ahead. But this is not good. Then what to do? Then he comes on the knees. That also doesn't help. Then he goes and takes the help of the river, the wall. Then sari of mummy. Then stands, puts one step. And after one step, when he falls down, imagine, if a child says, no, I have fallen, I cannot do it, he will never learn walking in his life. He doesn't give up. Don't give up. Work on sincerely. Work on sincerely. See, friends. So, from the Vaikhari Vani, when we start withdrawing, this waking world, waking relations, waking possessions does not make a big issue in life. We live normal life. थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियाँ, ये जीवन है. See? And when this world does not become a big issue for us, then we can start working on our mind. See? And once you start working on your mind, friends, parents give us the body which dies. But when we start working on our mind, we give ourselves a new birth, and that never dies. शुचीनाम श्रीमताम गेहे योग भ्रष्टो भी जायते अथवा योगिनामेव कुले भवति धीमताम. Once we start working on the mind, it never dies, because mind never dies. So all the spiritual practice is working on the mind. What we do outside, this is called as upasana. Upasana is the means. And the goal is bhakti, devotion. Devotion is an experience. It is not an action. See? We go and pray to the Lord, offer this, that, and naivedya, everything we do. That is upasana. Upasana is external and it is more of activity oriented. Devotion is subjective. See? And when devotion or love for the Lord becomes the mainstay of our mind, see? Bhagavan says, Yasmanno dvijate lokaha, lokanno dvijate chayaha, harsha marsha bhayodvegaihi, muktaha yas sacha me priyaha. When the upasana matures into devotion as an experience in our heart, then he doesn't take the world as a problem, nor he is a problem for the world. See? Change starts happening. See, friends. And therefore, the highest spiritual practice is satsanga. All other things are necessary, they should be done. But the ultimate is satsanga. Because what satsanga does? Our wrong notions are corrected without creating new notions. Earlier, I was a bhogi, but now I am a yogi. Earlier, I used to get too much angry, but now I don't get that much angry. Earlier, I used to sleep up to 10 o'clock. Now I sleep up to quarter to 10. So that I is still maintained. We have to get freedom from this I. And therefore, real spiritual practice is not freedom for I, but freedom from I. This is what we do every day. I am not telling you something new, what you do not know. When we go to sleep, what is that? Freedom from I. Upanishad says, Tatra mata amata bhavati, tatra pita apita bhavati. In deep sleep, where are we? When are we? And what are we? Freedom. And therefore we are happy. And because we are happy, we snore. Happiness cannot be silent. Hey, keep silent because we are all happy. It is a condolence meeting, silence. Happiness is noisy, isn't it? And therefore all those people who snore, they really sleep. Others are struggling. See? Because they are happy. Now why they are happy? You can imagine. Husband and wife, the husband doesn't dare to look at his wife with open eyes. At night, how can he snore so loudly? Now, who cares? I am not husband. Aha. All the burden undone. See, friends, so we have to live in this world in such a way that we do our job perfectly well, but don't get entangled in anything. One of the Mahamantra is, wherever you are, whenever you are, be 100%. See? Now where are we? In satsang. When? During the satsang. Therefore, as what? As a software engineer, as a teacher, as a mother, as a father. Who are we? Only satsangi. So if this much we remember, wherever we are, whenever we are, whatever we are, be 100%. Your mind will never be a problem for you. And this identity crisis is the cause of all the problems of our life. It's only because we are not taking care of this mind. Therefore, friends, when we want to apply what we have read, heard in Ramayana, that can be experienced. And for that, the ideal is Bhagwan Ram. When he was told that you will be coronated, ha ha ha, he was not jumping in the air. And next morning, no, you have to go to the jungle. He was not burying down. No, relax. Because Karnataka, whole Ramayana or Krishna Leela, what they call Rama Leela, Krishna Leela, isn't it? Leela means what? Everything appears to be happening, but nothing is happening. Ours is a Satsanga Leela, as if you are listening. See, but I am talking. The day you take this life in this light, you will never carry the burden of living. See? But we become so serious, as if we are the one carrying the burden of the whole world. No. We play our role, whatever we have to play. See? Therefore, all the problems of life can be dissolved by these two words, Rama Leela or Krishna Leela. That Bhagwan Sri Krishna, Yogeshwara Krishna, not ordinary. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanudara. Yogeshwara Krishna. So when he was tied down by Yashoda Maya, when he was insulted by Shishupal, see, when he was asked, be my driver by Arjuna, see what? There were many allegations that he is a thief. Shamantamani has stolen. Everything happened. But he was relaxed. Drama chal raha hai. Friends, even if you are a Bengali and you eat non-stop rasgulla, you will get frustrated. You want in between some chutney, some namkeen. Exactly the same way. Thode gum hai, thodi khushiyan. Both are required in life. Those who do not have miseries in life, they are the most unfortunate people in life. See? Then such people become miserable because they don't have miseries. See, friends. Therefore, when we take life in this light, then slowly, when we are functioning in the world, our attention is not on the world. Attention is on the quality of our mind. What is the quality of our mind? See, before we do anything, while we do anything, and after the job is done, are we at peace with ourselves or not? See. So therefore, when we chant the Lord's name in this technique, first Vaikhari Vani, then mature it, come to the Madhyama Vani. Thereafter, when the Madhyama Vani becomes mature, and then it migrates to the Pashyanti Vani. Pashyanti Vani is the Ummalikas. Be attentive. Paramatma remains unmanifest as Paravani, unmanifest mind. The first manifestation of the unmanifest mind is Pashyanti Vani. In Pashyanti Vani, the word or the thought and the object, they are not yet differentiated, they are together. If you want to understand through example, Pashyanti Vani is like a swollen gram. You keep it in overnight in the water, next day it is swollen. There is Pashyanti Vani. Two dicotyledons, they are separated, not yet. The hard seed which you can't bite is the Paravani. And then slowly that sprout starts coming. One goes up, one goes down. That is the Madhyama Vani. And when differentiation is complete, that is the Vaikhari Vani. So we have to go back from the Vaikhari to the Madhyama, from Madhyama to the Pashyanti. Up to here is our spiritual practice. Beyond that, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, जेही विधि राखे राम तेही विधि रही. See? When we thus consciously start working on our mind, then alone a sincere seeker is born. See, friends, don't get involved too much in this world. This world has been always like this. And even if we get involved in this world, know for certain, nobody needs us. It is our need that we do anything in this world. Like I have come here, I am 100% sure none of you need my talk. Then why I am talking? Gita will not give me food. This was a contract. I should not have told. See? If you have to stay for 3-4 days, at least one satsang. But I came here for taking rest, then you can't come here. Okay, I'll come. So it is my need. Friends, whenever we do anything as our need, we will have humility, submission, and not arrogance. See? This is the meaning, Yasmanno dvijate lokaha, lokanno dvijate chayaha. He is not a problem for others, and he doesn't take the world as a problem. And therefore, harsha marsha bhayo mukta. He is free from excitement, frustration, intolerance. Such is my devotee. And therefore, all the spiritual practice is work on your mind. If you can mind your mind, you have learnt everything in spiritual life. If there is a heavy load on you, somebody can help you. If you have got debt, somebody can pay for you. But if you are hungry, nobody can take food for you. In the same manner, we have to mind our mind. Nobody can do it for you. So to keep our tempo of the spiritual life, one important thing, try, read or listen to the stories of great masters. You go on YouTube, you will get hundreds of them. New things, not the same thing every day. It will become mechanical then. Variety, all types of Mahatmas. See? Like when I go to Varanasi, in Varanasi there are many Mahatma Samadhis are there. So when I go there is one Mahatma Samadhi there, Trailanga Swami. I go there. So my friend asked me, Swamiji, why you come here? I said, who are you to challenge me? I'll come. No, we want to know something about him. Then we went to Vishwanath Mandir. He didn't ask any question. Why Lord Shiva? But when he saw a person, what he is, how he is, be attentive. By listening the stories of the gods, you may get devotion, you cannot get inspired. To walk the spiritual path, you can be inspired only if you study, read the life stories of the great masters. This I learned from your children. You all and your children are my guru. I learned from them. This happened in Mumbai. That time I was new and first in my profession. So Bombay children, extra smart. So I thought what to tell them. I said, hey, now I'll tell you the story of Dhruva. And I started. Swamiji, yes, we know it. And it is impossible. Standing on one leg and putting the hands up and doing Om Namo, it is not possible. We can't stand on two legs properly. It is not possible. Tell us something different. Okay, this is a problem, challenge for me. Then I said, okay, I'll tell you the story of Prahlad. He said, no, my dad is not like that. He's so sweet. So Prahlad was out. Then came Bhagwan Krishna. So naturally Bala Leela. I said, do you know Bhagwan Krishna was such great one? He lifted that Govardhan mountain on his one small little finger. And they started laughing. I said, why? When this finger lifted, we go to bathroom. I was nonplussed. What to talk to them? Then one child told, Swamiji, tell something which is tangible, which you have experienced with some masters. If God is great, what great about it? God has to be great. That day onwards, if you see all my talks, I never give the examples of gods. After all, they are gods. Then, who can really inspire us? The great masters, the great teachers. They are also born like us. They also have gone through all the turmoils of life. And yet, they have crossed the barrier of relative existence. That can inspire us. Therefore, don't hang on to only one. No. Open yourself. See? And then you will get many beautiful ideas and directions about how these great masters lived. And then we'll come to know we have no problems at all. See? What we see the Mahatmas is a finished touch. Then you take all these beautiful vigraha of the gods. They are here because they have gone through chisel and hammer treatment. They are not directly like this. In the same manner, we have to go through the chisel and hammer treatment. And what is that? We have to live our life consciously, not mechanically. And for leading the life consciously, we have to work on our mind. And this is the technique I told you. You chant the mantra and you listen the mantra. Do it slowly, slowly. Both the knowledge and action, they will merge together. In the language of Kundalini, this is called as awakening of Sushumna Nadi. See? When this is our second nature, but this should be done so secretly, is only known to us. We don't have to go in public. मालूम है आजकल मेडिटेशन हो रहा है, चलो कराते हैं. हाँ, meditation is not a public performance. See, it is a secret, it is subjective. And in this manner, when we start leading our life in this line of thinking, then what happens? Last thought. If you take two pieces of iron, same looking exactly, put them in two containers, and both the containers contain steel or iron filings, and you lift them out. One has got lot of filings attached to it, other is naked. As it has gone, so it has come. What is the difference? This is a magnet and this is the iron piece. From the external things, you don't see any difference. Same. Where is the difference? Difference is not externally. Difference is internal. And what is the internal difference? All the atoms are properly reorganized. Earlier they were disarrayed. See? Then what do you have to do? Take the iron piece and rub it against the magnet in one direction slowly, no hurry. Slowly, slowly, all the internal arrangement happens, and again the dormant, inherent potentiality of magnetic power is invoked. My dear friends, Exactly. This is what is the spiritual practice. How out of a Narendra, Vivekananda is born because of this technique. See, friends. And nobody can do it for us. That iron piece cannot tell, yaar to mere liye karke aao. No, not possible. You have to do it yourself. See? Therefore, satsanga is most important, and no day of our life goes without listening to satsanga at least once in a day, minimum. And today we are so fortunate, you get on YouTube so many satsanga. And whichever clicks to you, hold on to that. Listen one by one, slowly, slowly, all the webs will be removed. And then everything is so clear. Come on, I was dumb, unnecessarily getting worried. New vision is developed. And when the vision changes, perceptions change. When perceptions change, our interactions change. When interactions change, our experiences change. When our experiences change, our quality of life changes. So where from it started? It started from changing the vision. See? Now take a simple example, your day to day. Woman is the same. The father looks at that woman as a daughter, his experience is different. The child looks at the same lady, said woman, as a mother, his experience is different. Further, see, the husband looks at the same lady, Kali, Kapali, Karali, Cha. So as your vision, so is your interaction. As is your interaction, so is your experience. See, friends. So where is the problem? बुरी नजर वाले अपनी नजर टेस्ट करा ले. Scriptures and satsanga help us to correct our perception, our vision. Okay? The other day somewhere somebody met me, Swamiji, I am eye doctor. I said, I am also eye doctor. Oh, you are ophthalmologist? I said, no, I am eye doctor. Means what? I said, your patient has got 3 letters, E-Y-E. My patient has got iPhone, iPad, Satya. See? All the problems are because of this misunderstanding. Discover yourself. You are in this world for a time pass. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Why na kuch pana? Because you are divine. Can the husband ever become a man? Husband can never become a man. Why? He is already a man. He became husband. In the same manner, we don't have to become divine. We are divine. We have become miserable. See? So, na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Now for that, will the husband have to divorce the wife? Not necessary. Then take her lightly, even if she is heavy. You understood the whole philosophy. But we take life so seriously. Therefore, life is a time pass. Relax. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. But people say like that, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Each and every mantra in that, reflect on that. Will you discover the joy that you are? And if you have discovered your joy, you can never express misery in life. See? Therefore, the last thing, instead of struggling to have Bhagwan ka darshan, Let him express through us. He is struggling to express. But he is not finding any USB port free, all busy. Okay? Let him express through us. And he expresses through us only as happiness, no other way. Let us give him a chance to express through us. That is the meaning of Ramayana. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.